AI Alchemy Hour starts now.
Oh, I got a big surprise for everybody.
Good.
Yeah, I'll tell you what we broke into, and it was actually, you guys can thank Max, because Max gave me a little challenge, and I couldn't resist. So we're gonna be talking about a lot about that today. Yeah, definitely not one you're gonna be missing, because it is going to be badass.
And it's
I just want to give
definitely
everybody a little bit of time. We're a little short on people, but we're gonna kind of go through it.
But Maria,
All right.
no.
All right, let's give it like, I don't know, we'll start at 6:05. Whoever comes, and we'll just start going through it. All right. How's everybody doing? Are we all good?
Yeah, really good. You know what, Nuno? I just listened to that. What do we call it? The super Facebook ads.
Super
Come
Facebook.
on. The super lookalike audiences for Facebook ads.
Oh, got it. That was a pretty nice one, huh?
Wow. Yeah. Seriously.
Yeah,
Seriously.
I think we're creating with Rodrigo next week. This Friday, I believe. We're gonna keep going down that path. Because that actually was really, 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 really good. But I do want to show you guys a sneak peek of what's coming for you in this particular program. And then I'll devote a little bit of time to introduce you to what we built, and a lot of you guys that have high level, I'm going to share one of the bots with you. This is proprietary, meaning it's my stuff. I have an IP on it. It's actually getting trademarked. This is not for you to share. It is for you to make money for yourselves. I want to be very, very clear on that. Like, I literally have this trademarked as of now because people steal my crap like that. This is not something that I want to give out freely to everybody. You guys will have it. I'm going to give you the ChatGPT version of this, and then I'm going to walk you through my process. But this is not, I'm going to be very clear on this. This is not for you to resell. This is strictly for you personally to make money, to build out lead magnets for people, to do whatever you want, and to make your onboarding with your clients a little bit easier. Again, and I'm developing this at a very high rate, and this is one of 7 ChatGPT bots that we are going to monetize that is going to be open to this particular group. But again, I just want to be very clear. I'm going to say it like 3 more times probably throughout the thing. My IP, not for resale, but for your personal use, for your business and your clients, meaning what you can do. So without further ado, let me show you what I created, and what we're going to do, right? So the problem that we have when we fulfill for customers, 9 times out of 10, is that customers can't fulfill on their own. So what happens is, well, I got to give the spiel to Dan, so make sure that he understands that this is IP driven and nobody's stealing anything. So Dan, I know you came in a little bit late, but today I'm going to show you guys that I'm going to give only to this particular group. This is IP and not to be resold, meaning it's mine, it's trademarked. We have a whole system behind it. I'm going to introduce you guys to the system, but this is for you and your use, for you and your customers, for you to make money, but not for you to resell to your customers. So I just want to make sure I throw that caveat out there. So the 9 times out of 10, I'm trying to automate 90% of my fulfillment, but at a very high level when it comes to automating things inside a high level, and more importantly for my clients. 9 times out of 10, regardless of the level of the client, I always have to coach my clients through different things. One being, I have to coach them through, getting their lead magnet, coming up with an offer, how to sell something and everything else. And honestly, sometimes it takes a lot of my time. So anybody that pays me a set amount, what we're going to do is we are trying to get to the point where this part of the business is kind of automating itself and we're pulling back. 9 times out of 10, the biggest problem that people have is they have a pretty crappy offer, or they don't know how to generate an offer, or they can't generate whatever it is they're trying to do, a lead magnet just to get attention, or a sales funnel, or whatever it is, because there is a lot of time in between copy and everything else. Now, I don't have the AI copy club kind of thing like what we're doing here with all the prompts that Mario and everybody else provide, but that is coming along the way and we are modifying it. But this is part of the growth of what we're doing in this particular group, because the goal of what we're trying to do for you is it's like a one non-stop shop for the services you offer for your customers, but even for yourselves. But we want to automate this by like 90%. So what we're going to do is I'm introducing you guys to what I call the funnel brick system. I mean, it's got a lot to it, but the whole point is the customer doesn't see the part that has a lot to it. They just see that, hey, we have, Hold on. Where is it? There we go. Okay. So what we're trying to do is basically create it very easily where the customer will engage with the bot, get the things that they need to fill out the funnel, then come in here and just copy and paste the words into the funnel. And literally the only thing that's left for them to do is add a picture and change the color. I want to make it that simple where it creates the lead magnet, creates the offer, even will create a course for you. But the problem that it is that all they literally have to do is copy and paste, and then the bot is going to be their coach. So do it in a way that doesn't seem overwhelming for the customer. And it gives me back more time so I don't have to sit there and consistently coach the customer on, that's a crappy offer, let's try this. Versus the customer coming to me, I have like 7 offers, which one should I choose? And that's kind of where we're going at. Now, the one I'm going to show you guys today is the lead magnet one, because it's the simplest one that we created. But here's the kind of concept, right? They come in, we do an onboarding for them. You always have to onboard a customer, doesn't matter. And I'm also going to tell you that a lot of the money I make is from the onboarding process, because this allows me to have a conversation with my customer about what they want, how to set things up. I could be setting up their domain. I'll be like, hey, do you have a website? Oh yeah, this is my website. I look at the website. I can immediately tell whether it's quality or not quality. Hey, we can redesign that for you for blah, blah, blah. And I can immediately start engaging with a customer. My onboarding sessions usually yield me anywhere from $3,000 to like $8,000 on average, because I'm cross-selling like crazy during the onboarding because I'm discovering their email is bad. They don't have an email address. They don't have a Google Workspace. If they're a local business, they don't have Google Business Profile set up. If they're a funnel builder, they don't have funnels, or they're going to try to build it themselves. And my first thing to them right off the bat is like, you really have time for that? Because they don't. They have great ambitions. But honestly, the odds of them in there, and if anything, during that onboarding sequence, I'll put a funnel up for you, but the odds of you really getting it completed on time in the way that you want it is going to be a little challenging because there's a learning curve in how to do it. So it's a great place for me to go in there and really talk to the client. So what happens here is this: there is going to be an instruction of a welcome sequence that they're going to go through. It's going to be literally on the thank you page of my SaaS, of my offer, whatever it is. On the thank you page, we immediately start putting them in action. We're going to have them fill out a form of all the things they're going to need. They're going to immediately book an onboarding appointment. Right after that, they're going to go, okay, it's now time to meet your online coach. The online coach is going to be the bot. We call it the funnel brick system, but it's going to be the funnel coach bot, the funnel brick spot. And then basically what it's going to do, it's going to start asking him a series of questions that's ultimately going to feed this in here. Now, for anybody in other software, this is another reason why I love High Level. High Level allows you the ability of creating what's called custom values. Custom values mean that whatever value I put in there, I can set that in a form that somebody fills out. When they fill out this form, all these values will be pre-populated in, and then that's it. I'm done. But the problem is getting people to do bullet points or figuring out what the lead magnet's going to be out, or even a sub headline takes them forever. So what we did is we did 2 things. One, the instructions are going to read, great. Now that you're up and going, you're going to do 2 things. One, you're going to pull up this form. All right. At the same time, you are going to go to ChatGPT, and you have to have the paid version. If they don't, then we have the copy and paste version of how to do this, but it won't get the results like we did before. What? I have access to what? Hold on a second. Don't know what that was about. And I have several of these things, so what is going on here? There we go. Okay. Well, it would work if I can actually log in. And Rodrigo, I'm not forgetting about you. I'm going to go over this, and then we're going to go right to your ads. All right. So I'm coming here, and beautiful. I'm going to come in here. All right. So the way this is designed to do is it's going to take you a series of 8 questions. Describe your ideal customer, right? You click the button to start. Who is your ideal customer? Please describe, and it gives you a chance to do it. You start answering this. This is the first share that I'm going to have with you. This is going to help you with creating lead magnets. Again, not to be shared because I did put copywriting on this and we are going to monetize it. I'm going to ask that you guys go through this yourselves. All right. But this is for you to use with your customers to walk them through a series of questions. And what you would do is if you had like high level, you're literally filling out this form because after they get the bot to answer the questions, it's going to generate a headline. It is going to generate the bullet points. It's going to do the subheadline, the blurb, and everything else. And once you update all of this, you hit update my funnel. And then this will automatically appear in here. Then literally the only thing that's left is the picture, the background, and that's it. And making it live. But that you're going to do during the onboarding sequence. Everybody with me so far? So I can literally, we've tested this out with 2 customers already. It took them a total of 20 minutes to get their lead magnet up online. Like literally 20 minutes. We timed it. We're like, hey, please do this, blah, blah, blah. We'll do it live with you for the first one. We had barely little to no instruction because I purposely was like, I'm going to stay quiet and this is the way it works. You're going to get this at some point in time. It's going to give you a headline and a subheadline. The second it does, all I need you to do is fill it out here and put it here. Headline here, subheadline here, bullet point blurb, and it's all labeled this way inside the bot. So it makes it for easy understanding where things are going to go. And if you're like, well, I don't know where you're going to go, you don't have to know. It's already pre-done for you. See, it's already here where it should be. So it automatically fill in the blurb. Now, the only thing that we're running into, and I was talking to Luke about this earlier, is that the formatting of the words sometimes, if it becomes up too long, you can't see it. So meaning if I go live, you're going to notice there's a bunch of blanks. Well, I think we filled it out, but you see we might not know how long this would look. So make believe the headline's like 4 paragraphs long, like, we have no idea. Right. So if they paste in something or they paste in the wrong thing, you can't see it unless it's live. So my partner was saying, well, worst case scenario, guess what they're going to do? The old school copy and paste. And we're going to give them those instructions too. The goal is that they don't have to do that. They fill out the form and automatically magically appears. But if that does not work, there is still the option of doing this. Now, this will work. The copy and paste system will work for any funnel. And the goal of it is somebody comes into your system, whatever it is. Hey, I got a great, my bot AI assistant is going to help you. You only need ChatGPT 2, like the paid version of it. I'm going to send it to you. And just start working with it. It's going to help you generate your offer, your lead magnet, whatever it is. So I invite you all to save that. And that now becomes your lead magnet. It is pretty on point, but at the end of the day, it's also going to summarize a lead magnet funnel based on like what we see convert, right? It's got a whole bunch of questions and things, and it helps you generate your answer and everything else as you go through it. And then whether you're using ClickFunnels, ActiveCamp, Word, it doesn't matter. You can build a complete and utter landing page lead magnet for them with copying and pasting these words as long as you pre-create the format. So for you, Dan, if you're still on ClickFunnels, this will work just the same, except you would just have like headline 1, headline 2, and yours is copy and paste versus filling a form. But that's it. The point of it is you write a little video, here's your instruction, write it, boom, you're off to the races. And that's it. So this is how you're going to automate your process and kind of put this all in the back end. So I put a lot of effort on my onboarding sequence to make sure that they're up and running in the software. After they're up and running in the software, I send the bots in. And we did this with a local plumber. We figured, well, the most non-tech savvy local plumber. And the guy was using a computer that barely turned on. He was able to get in. We got him a ChatGPT account, and his is a local offer bot. And we went through everything, and we literally built his local offer for his plumbing business in less than 15 minutes. And note that he didn't know how to change the pictures, and God, trying to teach that guy to do that was almost near impossible. But we said, okay, we'll just handle that. Just get us just tell us what pictures you want and we'll go handle it. It took my guy maybe 5 minutes to do. Now I just gave my designer 5, God knows how much time back. Does everybody understand the power of this real quick? Any questions on what I'm saying here? You guys have access to the bot? All quiet. Man, that's scary. Either you guys hate it or you love it, one or the other, or you're like completely scared.
Do they have problems filling out the questions? Can we see all the questions?
No, you can't. That's the whole point. You can't see all the questions. The questions are in the chat GTP.
Can we see them now?
No, you go to the chat GTP and it's going to ask you the questions in the order. That's the
So
proprietary part, because there's a lot of stuff in the back end that you can leverage and use. You can develop your own chat GTPs, it's fine, but that's like all in there. So, but that's what the goal, and there's a lot of these coming up. Like I have one for local offers, I have one for courses, I have one for coaches. So each one will be very particular to the type of page that they're going to design. Eventually it'll be challenges, workshops, all that stuff will come through, and we're going to design it based off on that. So the goal of it is you can get very easily, you can get this to completely like automate your backend and fulfillment, even for yourself. You're like, oh, I want to create a workshop. Awesome. Go to the workshop bot. Ask you a series of questions and get a very detailed or a good idea. And like you can go in and you can change a copy, modify, do whatever you want. But now that you have a structure, man, that eliminates half the work. I mean, I don't know about you, Dan, but I mean, the second I get wording structure, I can build a funnel on around that all day long. Add a picture here, change a color there. But all in all, I have a thing ready to go that I can launch to the public. Because what all of them are doing is they're like, you know, add this here, do a ChatGPT, but then you got to still put it on the page. And they're like, I don't even know where it goes on the page. So now we're trying to eliminate all that. And if it adds automatically to the page, then you kind of like, you take 15 steps out of that.
Brilliant.
And the more niche you are, the better it's going to be. That bot is going to be very accurate. So eventually, like that's why there's a coaching one, there's a local biz one, there's whatever else. And actually, Rodrigo, I'm going to give you the local biz one because I want you to try it out for the pool situation, because it's an offer. It's not even, it's not about a lead magnet. It's about an offer. Because I also got this one, we're in the process of working through it. And eventually we're probably going to make this our own LM, and we're just going to have it as like a, you know, like a robot that does it, but it's on our end and it's not through ChatGPT, because ChatGPT is cute and all, but at the end of the day, you still don't own the IP, and then people need $20 in order to do it. Versus if it's yours, then, you know, you don't have to worry about any of that stuff. So that's for the local one. That helps you generate an offer. That also creates the benefits and features. It also creates a bio for the customer. It does a whole bunch of stuff for that one. But again, it goes in an order. There's a specific order it needs to follow in order for the robot to be built out, to then in turn build you a really great offer and a really great like benefits, features, bios, and so forth. All right. So you guys have some homework for that. Now, who's ready for some ads? Go ahead, Dan.
I got one quick question for you. The form, so you have them generate the answers. So they just, whatever, it asks the question, they put in an answer, and then they copy the answer. Because I saw that form you had there, but I was being distracted by something. Where is that form?
That form is in their funnel that they get in their account at the bottom, at the end, along with some further instructions. They're going to watch a video. We're going to tell them how to use it, and then they're going to start filling out that form. The form, the way it works is you have your ChatGPT up on one thing and the form on the other, and has the ChatGPT's giving you the answers, you are filling out the form, and then it's going to pre-populate the thing. So each person in their account, if it has the full funnel, right? Lead magnet, thank you page, privacy, whatever. And then at the end, it's like the we call it funnel bricks, but it's like the funnel brick system that like it starts it for each page. So our lead magnet has one, our coaching sales page has one, our VSL has one, and it's all the way at the bottom. The point of it is that they get the account and the fulfillment they do on their end. And even if like they're a high-end paying client, we have them go through that first, because then it gives us all the material we need to like upscale it better than, you know, just, but you now I can charge very minimal, get these people through. And even people coming into my software, like into my version of high level, like, man, they're getting a full coach and they're getting this thing completely auto-generated. All they got to do is make it pretty, and then make it pretty. You know, they can, you know, that's a much easier job than, oh, where's the copy go? Well, I don't have an offer. I don't know what a good offer is. Oh, I mean, I'm on tech calls all day long, and this is all I deal with. All I deal with is like, I just don't know how to sell my thing or how to put my thing together. And the ones that do, you don't worry about. They don't need that. But I would say 80% of anybody building anything and they're fairly new will always be challenged on like they don't even know where to start. And here it's very simple. Great, here's your funnel. Awesome. It's already all kind of thing. Change this color, change this color, change this image. Great. Now go fill out and start your funnel, start your coach or your helper. We still got to kind of figure out the language a bit to make it a little bit more like welcoming. And then literally the video instruction is meet blah, blah, blah. This is your helper and your coach. They're going to walk you through a very simple, very fifth grader level-ish questions. We might even dumb them down even more. And then I'm being serious, like, because like people don't understand our terms. Like, who's your target audience? What, like, I don't even know what the freaking hell that means versus who are you selling to? You know, like we might go back and modify some of these because people need simplicity. Like it's too overwhelming right now. But now they're working with one thing at a time. So first they're going to generate the lead magnet. Then great, you can get your lead magnet. Great. Now it's time to sell your product. Well, I don't know what my product is. Great. Go to our product bot, you know, go to our course bot, go to our whatever bot. And now it's one step at a time, but it's like one video, one form, one coach. Next video, one form, one funnel, one coach. You know, like that, it's broken down to a whole nother level. We have a whole system around it to try to overly simplify because people get overwhelmed. They don't know where to start. It's too complex. They don't know what they want, or they think they have an idea what they want. And we're just like, no. You're going to start here. Then you're going to go there. Then you're going to go here. And it's all like in the same funnel. Everything's attached. Everything's numbered like that. Everything's named like that. 1, 2, 3. I'm totally not exaggerating. And we're trying to make it simple. Like I told you, we ran a plumber that literally couldn't even find the on button. And he's like, this is amazing. I didn't even know that you could do this. And I'm like, yeah, just answer the questions, bud. And he's like, he's using his phone on ChatGPT and he's answering the questions. And I'm like, but it's shooting out all these things. All right, what did it say? What was the headline? Oh, it said this. Awesome. Let's take that in there. Let's type it into that form I just showed you. So it's pretty interesting.
So then once they fill out, so basically it asks them a question, they put in an answer, they then take that answer and put it into the form. And then the form, when you save it, then it saves that to the contact database. And then you can use the liquid syntax to be able to pull that into the
yeah,
page.
there's a little switch that you have to do inside a high level. You have to then take the field and make it a custom value.
Yeah.
And then when you make it a custom value, it's now account wide. But we made custom values. Again, we numbered them all and they go in a specific order in the way that the ChatGPT should be spitting it out. Now, obviously, you know, there's going to be a 3% error rate there somewhere that we're going to have to work through, but I'll take that 3% over being on a phone with somebody like that plumber, like, oh God, where I don't know what my domain. Oh, okay. You know, trying to break that out but it was pretty easy. And one question at a time. We've learned that lesson. Not like 17 questions in a form, one question getting coached through at a time to answer your thing. Play with it. You guys will see it.
Have you tried using Zapier instead of having it be put into a form? So they got to copy it from here and put it into your form. Have you tried just using Zapier and zapping it directly into high level?
I did. A lot of stuff broke, man. A lot broke. Because then it wasn't capturing, because then they were like, well, I don't like this line. I want this instead. Oh, I like the way it said here. Can we copy this and that? I'm like, oh God. So then it gives them the ability, well, do you like that headline? Awesome. If so, pick the one you like, because it gives them a choice of like 10 headlines. You see what I'm saying? And then here's the headlines you're going to use. So yeah, and then I told you my one kid, my partner's really on my ass about it. He's like, because you're putting it in a custom value, the formatting will only work if it's certain sized. So if the headline is like 3 lines long versus 2 lines long, it looks weird. So he's like, just making copy and paste. And I'm like, yeah, but that defeats the freaking purpose. You know, like they can always go back and change the headline, but yet like you can't see the custom value. Custom value says custom value until you see it live. There's no way, there's no work.
Well, yeah, but the way you did it actually makes more sense than trying to use Zapier, because they can go back in and change it at any time. So they decide would want a different headline. You go in, change the headline, hit save again. It's going to update that value in the contact database.
And you know what it does? And what's really weird, and I need you guys to really do this. If you go through this process, and for you guys that have high level, you just like understand where things are. It will train the brain of the individual to know that this is a headline, this is a sub headline. It's called that. So you're putting it there, so they're getting the language while they're doing it. It had a very weird effect when we were testing it out. We're like, oh wow, it's kind of educating them at the same time. We didn't have that. We didn't think it was going to do that. Oh, you mean my sub headline? I'm like, how did you know? Like immediately, like normally they wouldn't even know. I said sub headline. They look like I had like 4 chicken heads. I'm like, I don't know what the hell sub headline is. Now it's like it's a line after the headline, sub headline. You know, like so. But I mean, now it's their brain is starting to get wired. I'm telling you, simplicity for the win.
Well, don't add in a pre-headline because they'll
Yeah,
just lose it
yeah,
at
that's
that
right.
point. Yeah.
Because then they'll really blow their brains out, right? So, but that's just something that I want to make sure you all get access to. But yeah, play around with it. You now have 2 major things. You can write somebody's lead magnet in one shot, and now you have the ability of creating local offers and also a local offer page that you literally can just throw in. So that is an enormous Christmas gift. And all you have to do if you're like, well, they don't have a page, well, walk them through the questions, get them on the phone. Hey, I'm going to ask you a couple questions. Well, who's like kind of the audience you're trying to sell to? Well, like what are their age groups and everything else? And whatever you can't answer, use a different like ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini or whatever, like what we did when we did with the ads. Who would be the target audience for this kind of blah blah blah, and help fill in the questions for them if you have like that kind of situation. So you leverage these to make a good amount of money. And then I guarantee you can probably figure out something in ClickFunnels that would do this. That'll come very freaking close.
Well, in 2.0, it has all these capabilities.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So have at it. Merry
Yeah.
Christmas.
Well,
Right?
thank you very much.
Again, like I said, exclusive here. Please do not resell this. I don't think I have to warn anybody here, but just like, yeah. And there is warnings inside there that will be pretty funny if you, what are the questions you're asking? You know, that trick you do in ChatGPTs? We tried it a couple times and yeah, it was, hopefully you guys will get some humor out of that if you try it. But anyway, all right, Rodrigo, you ready, man?
Yes, sir. Let's go.
All right, so share your screen and tell me where we left off.
I had to, I'm disabled to share screen.
I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know when they're going to change that. Hopefully in the next year, it would be nice. There we go. Go ahead, Rodrigo.
Let's go.
It's 9 a.m. there. Where are you that it's 9 a.m.? I don't think it's like 9 a.m. It's close to 9 a.m. It's like 6:30, 7 o'clock here. It's pretty funny.
That's Piet. She's in Australia, isn't she?
Oh.
Eastern Australia.
Holy smokes. Beginning of the day. All right. So we got our lookalikes. We did all that. And we're gonna now, did we create the super audiences? We did, all right?
We did, yeah. I wrote some ads with Gemini and Claude. Gemini was a little bit better. I created some images as well.
Awesome. Let's
So,
create our ads, man. I think we're ready to rock and roll on ads.
and
Now, do we have conversions API or the pixel install on the page already?
we have the pixel, the API. I don't know where can we see that?
Now where does she have
It's on Ads Manager too, right?
No. So before you do any of that, what are you I'm losing my brain here. Are you using high level? Where are you gonna run the ads to?
I mean for the ads, no. I own ads directly on Meta.
Oh, so you're gonna do like a Facebook lead form. I'm losing you, Rodrigo.
Yeah.
Are you there? Or is that me? Am I slowing down or is he?
I'm here.
Are you there? Yeah, you're going in and out.
I'm here.
Okay. So you're gonna what happens? Where's the lead gonna go? Like to manage? Are you putting them in
It
high
goes,
level?
I could send them to the funnel that I have ready, or I could get them to a lead form and get to them to the leads page on Meta Business Suite.
Okay. So we definitely can do it that way. That'll actually probably be the easiest way now. But I want to implore you to also create a funnel inside of high level that we can send people directly from the ad to the funnel to see which one performs better. and start collecting all the leads inside of high level. Okay, so we are going to do that. Let's get the ad going so I can show you guys how now that we created all these super audiences, how to get the ads up. Then more importantly, what we want to do though is we want to be able to track all the leads also in high
Funnel.
level. So we can do that. All right.
I have the funnel that we created before for the salt system. It's still live. I could
Yeah, we'll do that a little bit later.
like send
Let's
it
just get, because you
Okay.
can create as many variations as these ads as you want, and we can see what works best.
Okay.
Because we only have 30 minutes, let's get the ads up for your Facebook leads. So let's go to left-hand side. You're going to go straight to campaigns. It's the little box that looks like it has like the grid. You see the grid? Click on the grid. Hey, am I slow? Because it's raining like crazy over here and there's thunder. Am I slowing down? Am I on point? Is my video or
I'm
audio
frozen
slowing?
here too because of rain.
Yeah. No, you're good. Okay.
No, you sound good. Rodrigo sounds a bit.
Yeah, he's choppy, right? All right. So hit campaigns. So there's a little delay, Rodrigo, so you know. So turn your camera off because you don't need your camera on. Turn your camera off, Rodrigo, just to help with the speed a little bit. Yeah, your machine is struggling over there. But everybody, just to recap, everybody remember what we did. We went to the audiences and we went to Gemini, we went to Claude, and we looked for the perfect audience for this ad set. We then created a lookalike audience based on the customer list, Facebook interaction, Instagram, and then Rodrigo went and searched for the areas with the most expensive zip codes that we want to advertise to. Then he went back in and wrote ads based on the audiences that we were targeting. Now what we're going to do is we're going to actually build a campaign from scratch, right? So what we're going to do is you're going to hit, we're missing buttons here. Can you hit the refresh page, Rodrigo? It's like the little engine that could, that's can't right now.
Where do you want me to go?
I want you to be able to create an ad, but the button that says create an ad is missing. I can't see it. It's literally right there under the campaign. There should be one that says create.
The internet's very, very slow. I can barely hear you. It's cutting.
All right, I'm gonna put my camera off too. So does that help, Jojo? Do you mind? Oh, there you go. Yeah, we need that button. That was the button I was looking for. The create a button. We're gonna do a lead campaign as soon as this thing likes to create.
Ah, internet, puta que pariu.
Okay.
Nuno, you there?
Yeah, I'm there. I'm there. We're waiting on you. Your screens are taking forever to load. Put in leads right there. Oh man, wow. Whew. Hit continue.
Let me take the menu out of the way. Continue.
Yep.
Man, sometimes I spend a whole night to create a campaign like this on Meta. This page is so slow. And today it's even worse because the internet signal is very bad.
Yeah, well, we're in storms here too. So we're in storms and thunderstorms.
Yeah.
Thunder hit so hard last night that my whole house shook.
Wow.
Yeah, literally, my whole entire family woke up.
Manual or tailored?
Manual leads campaign,
Okay.
because we want the option of selecting our own audiences, or else they're going to try to do their advanced audience selector, which sometimes is not bad, but I just have a hunch that if we have a customer list and a good lookalike audience, we might be able to do okay. All right, well, hopefully we'll get through this, but I do have a hard stop at 7. But the goal of what we're trying to do again is take everything that we did and take our best approach at the ads. The only thing that I would share with you, and I don't know if Rodrigo, if you did, but you do have pictures of the pools, right? Like the really nice
Yeah.
finished jobs.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah, we want to leverage those because that's what we want to paint the picture that they don't have.
Okay. Here we are at campaign level.
Yep.
What name?
We're gonna call it lookalike audience. We're gonna put in the word cold, then a little pike, lookalike audience, and then put the date.
Lookalike audience. What else?
Pike.
Huh?
Pike is a little stick. It's a straight line. That's the way I do. You can put a dash, doesn't matter. But lookalike audience, it's cold.
Code like this.
Yeah, cold. COLD. And then put
Okay.
today's
Dates or third. Oh my God, that's so stressing. The speed of this.
that is pretty slow.
Okay. What else?
All right, cool. Now go to the next one. The categories, we don't have to worry about it. The campaign objective is fine. We are going to advantage campaign budget. Turn that on. I don't know if you could see it. You're not moving, so I know it's the page is slow, but I don't know if you heard me, right?
Yeah, I did.
All right,
On.
awesome. Daily
What
but
else?
why is it in Brazilian daily dollars? We want to make
Because
that
the credit card associated with this account is from Brazil, but it's not a problem. I can change it here. I do
Okay.
that all.
Okay, so let's go ahead and change it to 25.30 US.
$100 is gonna be around 20 to 25.
Okay.
What else?
Budget scheduling. Are you I'm not gonna do that just yet. So scroll down because we don't know what the budget scheduling is gonna be. We may be able to adjust that once we get a little bit more information.
Mm-hmm.
Hit next on the right-hand side. And you guys take note because this is how you would create an ad anyway. As long as that next button decides to turn on and work.
It did. It's just didn't change the page yet. Are we going to website?
Yeah, you're gonna do
instant forms.
So you have 3 choices here. I can tell you what I've seen works really well. Instant forms and Messenger, if you have access to their Messenger account, will always work a little bit better. So here's the way it's gonna work. Somebody fills out a form, it immediately opens a conversation in Messenger for you to start conversing with the customer.
Mm-hmm.
That is a really good one. Instant forms is pretty good, but it's just gonna give people, you're just gonna get a notice that somebody filled out a form and you're gonna have to go through that. So I personally like the instant form and Messenger. Yeah, just that's fine. Switch conversation location. That's fine. So whoever's managing their Messenger, do you have access to their Messenger?
Yeah, everything.
Fantastic. We're going to see how that plays out. All right. Now, Facebook
Okay.
page, deeply pools, fantastic. Maximize number of leads, absolutely. Scroll down a little bit more. Things are gonna get fun in about a second. Start tomorrow at 6 a.m. in the morning. Always give it a den date. I don't know if that's true or not anymore, but everybody I talk to that does this full time says that that's the way to go. So we're just gonna do what they tell us.
It starts tomorrow 6 a.m. Why?
Because you want a full cycle, like to kind of go through. Your ads are not going to get approved until a day from now anyway, so it doesn't matter.
It's been approved in like a couple hours nowadays.
Yeah, but it's always good to start on a fresh day, so then you kind of get like a
Okay.
really good set. I've always been told this. Everyone that like coaches me on ads, like again, I don't do Facebook ads every single day. The
Mhm.
people that I know do, and this is what they recommend. So I go by what they say because they have the reps.
Of
Remember,
course.
everything when it comes to like software, Facebook ads, Google ads, and everything else, you might know how to do it okay. But remember, there's people out there that have the reps. Like, for instance, I don't know ClickFunnels like Dan does, so I wouldn't even try to do that. Like, I would just say, hey, Dan, what do you think of this? And he would give me his advice, and I would
Mhm.
just follow it because he has the reps. Same thing with the people that I listen to all this. Let's change the location. Scroll down for audience controls. You see where it says location?
Mhm.
Yep.
So don't put an end date. I always use an end date.
No, don't put an end date, man. If the thing is out, if these ads are on fire, man, and they're like getting you a shit ton of leads, why the freaking hell would you stop it? The second you stop this and the algorithm's on, you're gonna burn the momentum of the ad.
Don't
Only
I've been through
turn
that.
an ad off. It's really, really underperforming. Jojo's falling asleep. It's like poor Jojo. It's nighttime there, huh? And don't worry about the locations because we're gonna just put United States for now. I just want to make sure that the country's right. We're gonna add our audiences in about a minute. I'm gonna show you how to do that.
Well, it's not showing the country instead of
But you know what? Don't worry about it. You know what we're gonna do? Just exit out of that for a second because this thing's so slow.
what?
Yeah, there you go. Just put that for now, and then just scroll down because it's gonna change anyway in about a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Scroll down just a little bit.
Another thing is every little thing you do, Facebook wants to save it all.
Yeah, I know.
So it gets lower.
Yeah, that's all right.
Okay.
You see where it says switch to original audience options? Can you please do that?
Switch.
It's right under there. Yeah, it's very tiny blue.
They're hiding this more and more.
Yeah, I know. Eventually we won't have this choice, but until we do, we'll see it. Use yeah, blah blah blah. It's so funny because the cost will be lower. It's just that unfortunately the quality will also.
Yeah. So do I use original, right?
Use original, yes. Cool. Now, hopefully we can go up and we should be able to select our audiences now. And we should go to our saved audience. Scroll down, actually. I think it's going to be down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Search existing audiences.
Yep, please. And let's go to our super lookalike, whatever we named it. I can't remember what we named it here.
Or
It'll
something
pull
like
up the
that.
second you click in it. You got to click in it and it should give us a drop down. You see where it says custom audience? Click on custom audience. This is the moneymaker because all the stuff that we did, this is where it's going to go. Lookalike outdoor pool. Oh, why does it not save? Go back to all on the, yeah, there we go. We should see our saved audiences in all. Go ahead. Scroll down a little bit. Do you know what you named it?
I'm trying
Down
to
the
remember.
Down the bottom, look like outdoor pool.
No, it wasn't that. I think it
Oh,
was
that was the web.
super. I
I
think it
thought
was
we did a
super.
lookalike audience, but maybe not. It's all right. So look, we're gonna build it now from scratch. The only thing is like, yeah, see, this is annoying. I thought we had,
We did the whole thing.
yeah,
We
sometimes,
created the super audience.
yeah, but do you remember what it was called?
No.
Not a big deal. Here's what you're gonna do, right? Click on 1% of all the ones that say 1%, click on all the ones that say all the lookalike, click on all of them. Meaning you got to click one by one. So click on one by one.
Mm-hmm. One by one.
Yeah, one by one. All the lookalikes
And
only. Don't click on anything else. The only thing that's now going to be a pain in the ass is you got to put in all the zip codes that you put on the other ones. Like I said, I just want you to launch your ad today so we can see how this is going to go. Yeah, I got to select unfortunately one by one. Man, your internet like the hamsters are
yeah.
screaming. The hamsters are like they're
What,
tired of running the little wheel. They're like screaming on your internet over there.
you know what we could do? You could give me a step by step, and I do the whole thing, record it, and we go through it. Let's say next Wednesday or something like this.
Yeah, I mean, we got 10 minutes. It's not like I'm going to cover anything else. And I already give you guys enough Christmas gifts today that hopefully will make you rich. Or at least it can make you a little bit of money.
Because this will take too long.
Yeah, but this is the most important part. You got to get this. This is the actual ad creation is the most important part.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You did this right, then everything else becomes easy.
I don't understand why the big one is not showing up. We
That's
created
okay. It
the
doesn't
whole.
matter. It's going to be exactly what we're doing anyway. So it's not like it's going to.
Wouldn't it be here like used saved audience?
Nope. Oh, it could have been that too. I didn't know it. I didn't even notice that. It could have been that. So click on that for a second. I'm just curious. Because it has the zip codes. It will save us some time on that, considering you know how slow this is going.
Yes.
It might have been that. I didn't even see that, Rodrigo. I feel a little embarrassed now. Yep, there it is. Do you know which one it is? Lead gen general.
Audience.
That's Instagram. Oh, that might be it.
Yes, because we created one
Yeah, one
for
for
English.
Brazil one. Yeah, it's that one. Click. No. Click on the top one. Yeah.
This one.
Yep. And it's got
You
all
see
the zip codes.
the
Yeah.
whole thing
That's the
going
one.
on?
That's the one.
Damn.
Go for it.
All right.
All right. Well, we're gonna try this. It's saying that it's too
Too
small.
small. Yeah.
Yeah, which it doesn't really know that because it's not really looking into it's the warning we always get. Now, here's what I'll tell you. If that's the case, what we do is we add more zip codes.
Okay.
So you can go back in there and you see where it says locations. You can go back to the audience and add more locations. For now, because the goal is we're not really looking for the volume. We want to see if whether or not we can get quality. So
Mm-hmm.
worst case scenario, we use a heavier audience base. All right, we're
Okay.
going to leave advanced placements on. That's fine. Yeah, so you can't really define, you know? So
Usually I
let's
don't
go.
do that. Usually I go manual. But okay.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can, but they're actually pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I actually leave that alone now. I really don't mess with it. So hit next.
Okay.
All right, now from there, now it's time to create the ads. So the ads are going to be ad set one, copy or image one, depending on how many images you're planning on using.
Say it again. Ad set one.
Copy one or image one, depending on how many images you're going to have.
I only have one image for each ad. I didn't have the time to create more.
All right. And then now you just got to keep going down, man. You got to keep going down and we got to set up the ad. Yeah, very picture heavy. A lot of really nice quality pools. You can do a carousel. You can do whatever you want. But it's got to be about the images and they got to look really, really good.
This part of creating the ad takes forever. Meta takes every single letter, you write on a word that you want to save it. If you type one and then you delete one, it will save the whole thing again. Okay, where should I go here?
All right. So now the primary text, you're going to put in the text that you got. And where's the images? We got to get the images in.
Okay, just a moment. You want me to upload the 3 images all at once?
We will when we get to that area. I would probably put in the copy first.
Okay. So do you want me to create a single image, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Primary text. There's a long version and the short version.
Mm-hmm. And do exactly that.
Damn, grammar, we get out of the way.
Like I said, I gotta get my kids. That's the only thing. Like 4 minutes and then kiddo time. Oh no, the whole thing crashed. Oh, sweet Joe. All right. And then does it have the ability of allowing you to put in any of the images? Where are the images? Why can't we put images here? I don't see the image option.
Calm down. We'll get there.
You got to separate that wording too, and probably even put some emojis in there so it separates what exactly it is. People can't
Mhm.
read when it's all together like that. And you want to bring attention to the free consultation, step forwards, inquire about your free upgrade and put a question mark in there. Because people that create some curiosity because of the salt machine thing that we did.
Yes, I always copy the text first and then I will.
Then you modify it. All right. Well, here
Yeah,
are the next steps. Like I said, like we're running out of time, unfortunately. So next steps are go ahead and build it. We're going to try running the audiences on it. And then we're going to try a couple of different experiments and kind of go through from there. So we'll see how these do, see if it gets any kind of quality leads. and we'll play it by ear. The goal is not volume, but quality. And that's what we're going to be trying to do.
Okay. They changed it again to now we'll have to come to edit. Oh shit. Right. From 1 week to another, they changed the thing again. Man. Okay, so what do you want me to do next?
No, just like I said, add the images, make different ad sets for the different copy, make one long form, one short form, image 1, image 2. Should be a total of like 3 different images, 3 different, or 2 different styles of copy, long and short.
Yeah,
And then that's it, and build them all out and just launch these things and see how they do.
okay.
You got to give it at least 1,000 views before we start making any predictions on where the ads are going to go.
Yeah.
And just loom it, like you said, loom it to the point when they're all done, and then send it over to me, and then we can discuss it on the next call. Or actually on the Friday call, probably.
Yeah, I won't be on the Friday call, but
Okay,
we can do the next call.
cool.
Okay. When I start doing the thing and I create the ads, I'll loom it and I'll send it to you, okay?
All right, I'll be here. All right, everybody, thank you so much, and we'll be talking to everybody soon. Hope you guys some gifts. Enjoy. Let me know what you guys think of the ChatGPT, if anything needs to be modified. We broke it a couple times, but again, just if you answer the questions that it's asking, it should lead you down the right path.
Thank
All
you
right,
so
thanks,
much.
everybody.
Very generous of you. Thank you so
All right,
much.
bye-bye.
Thank you.